Bounds Sports Podcast. Come with us, Out of Bounds, as we discuss and debate the latest topics in the world of sports. We have a great show ahead, so let's get to it.
Hello and welcome back to the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. Guess who's back? Big Baby Jonathan back on the Sports Podcast with me. We're going to talk some Lakers today. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me back on, man. It's always a pleasure talking Laker hoops with you, man. Looking forward to the show, man. So let's get it started, baby.
So let's before we get into Lakers, man. So you recently got engaged. So how's it been going for you?
Oh, it's going good, man. Got engaged to my wonderful fiance, Vanessa. Got a ring before the Clippers. She got a ring before the Clippers. So we're gonna celebrate our anniversary. Our wedding date is September 10th, 2022, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm gonna send you an invitation, man, for you to come down to San Diego, man.
Man, I might have to do that, man. And
Yep.
What's funny, that's my son's birthday, so he'll be, I think in 2022 he'll be 16. So that's a special day.
Yep. Can't wait, man. It's gonna be a good journey, man. Can't wait, man.
And you look excited. You look job, and I've been doing a lot of content lately since you've been back. Most recently, you had the 7-time world Big Shot Bob on there. What's up with that, man?
Yeah, he was on my show. He talked about the Lakers' new acquisitions. So everybody go check it out on Big Baby Sports on YouTube. And he also talked about them losing Game 1 versus Philly. He said that was one of the championships that I know they won, but that kind of like they should have got undefeated that season. When they beat Philly, they should have be the first team in NBA history to go undefeated in the playoffs. That's kind of like, I know we won it, but we should have beat Philly in Game 1. He also talked about just his career in general, Houston Rockets. So everybody go check it out on Big Baby Sports podcast on YouTube, man.
So, just to touch on that, I remember that final series vividly because the Lakers should have went undefeated, but AI had like 45 points or something like that. I mean, he was just playing, lights out that game, and they had so many different people switch on him, but he was just like, playing, getting into the lane, shooting the ball, like nobody could stop him. He was unstoppable. And one of the biggest things that I do remember, I was like right there in high school at that time. Like I think I was a freshman, sophomore in high school. And I was watching that series and I was talking to my cousin because he was a big Allen Iverson fan. And I was a big Kobe Bryant fan. And so we was going back and forth about how, both teams, were stacked up, how they're going to stack up against each other. And I was like, man, you don't have nobody but AI. Like if you look at that team, they had, Mutombo, they had Aaron McKee, Eric Snow.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were just really just guys. Like if you think about it, they had Derek Coleman, but they didn't really have, big name superstar players. They just had AI. But AI was about 6'1", maybe about like 165, 175 pounds. I mean, he wasn't a big guy, but I mean, he played with a lot of heart, a lot of intensity, and they took a game off of the Lakers. And that team that the Lakers had was like, they should have went undefeated. They had that little guy, man, and he just, took that game over, and they took a game off of that team. But they should have went undefeated, but, AI said no.
Yeah, AI did everything he wanted that Game 1. And actually that kind of pissed the Lakers off in the next games and moving forward, man. Shaq dominated, Kobe dominated. That actually was like, that woke the Lakers up. It's like AI just beat us. Oh, hell no, we ain't going to do that again. No, we're good. And that kind of like, we kind of like took him out of the game after that. He still got his points, but it's just like he did everything in that series, try to lead the Philadelphia 76ers to that championship. But he actually got in there. But it was just too much Shaq in the post. Even Mutombo was blocking sometimes Shaq shots, but overall Shaq was just dominating Mutombo in the post every time. Man, it's like, I wasn't surprised, at all. I was juiced though. Really happy that we beat Philly.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was able to catch that podcast with you and Robert Horry and things like that.
Yeah,
and he still looked like he can play. Like it looks like he's still in. He's still like
yeah, but if he said I even told him to come back to LA. He's like, man, if I lift up my shirt, man, they probably won't think I'll be in shape, man.
Oh, he actually said that.
Yeah. But I asked, yeah, it was just a good show in general, man. So go subscribe to the channel, man. I got some more content coming very soon, man. Some big name time players will come on my show very soon. Can't say anything too much yet. It's in the process. So y'all know, y'all be first to find out Out of Bounds Sports podcast very soon, man.
Yeah, definitely keep us in the loop, man, because we're definitely following your content. We're definitely pleased with how you're representing our Lakers, man. So let's get into it. So the Lakers had a busy offseason. The Lakers were able to acquire different players to boost up the roster. Even with last year, for me, I think the Lakers had a good shot at getting to the finals, but health and injuries and things like that, the condensed season kind of caught up to the Lakers and things like that. We saw it all across the NBA with the injuries, the ramp up with the season so short. So before we actually get into the Lakers offseason, we have to revisit the season. How do you feel about how that season went, and how do you feel about the season being short, and how those injuries impacted multiple different teams across the NBA?
You know how I feel when we don't win a championship, complete failure. I know we had injuries. If we were fully healthy, we probably win another championship. But it's a part of the game. And as far as the short season, man, it's unfortunate we had to go through that. And same with the Miami Heat, they had some injuries too. Both of the teams that played in the bubble in the finals, I think, lost in the first round. So it's like, now this season overall, man, like last season was last season. We got our ass kicked, to keep it real. We got punched in the mouth by Phoenix. Ever since that little dance by LeBron and Andre Drummond, that woke Phoenix up, and we got punched in the mouth after that game. We got punched in the mouth. After that game, we went up 2-1. I feel like we fell asleep. I feel like we're like, oh, we got this. You know what I mean? And we kind of collapsed, and it just wasn't our year. But as soon as we lost 4-1, actually 4-2, as soon as I made the podcast, I said Lakers are trading KCP. Shout out to your boy KCP, Kyle Kuzma, traded. Manchester. I already called it. I even called Alex Cruz to leave. I called Dennis Schroeder leaving. Like, Rob Pelinka don't play games here. He wants to go for championships, man. This organization is all about championships. He ain't gonna bring back a team with the same roster. He's gonna make adjustments. That's what's part of being a GM. You make adjustments. If you didn't, this roster didn't work out, fix it, adjust it, work around it, work around AD, LeBron. That's what's gonna happen this season. That's what we did. We got the right players. You know what I mean?
Mitch Kupchak would have never.
Nope. He would have sat there on his phone. We probably still would have had Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Vita Zubac, Thomas. We probably still trying to develop players.
We still paying Luau Ding because of Mitch Kupchak.
Yeah, but I'm also surprised we don't still have Timothy Mozgov's contract. I know we got it approved to knock it out of trade it away.
It is different with Luau Ding's contract. They spread it out over the pay it out, but they tried to get out from under it, but they couldn't.
But this is the final year, man. Like, Luau Deng's sitting somewhere relaxing, get paid by like $5 million.
Did he get a championship?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. If he's still on the team, getting paid
the payroll.
Yeah, if he's on the payroll, he's probably getting the ring on the here you go on the side.
I know they gave. I think they gave Ron Artest one.
Yeah, they gave him one. Yeah, I remember saying that.
Cool.
Yeah, but overall, how do you feel about the season, how it ended, and overall, how do you feel about this roster? But first, how do you feel about last season overall in general, in your opinion?
I wasn't really surprised. I mean, a lot of people were surprised, but I wasn't really surprised because let's go back and look at it. They signed Drummond in a panic mode. Like, it was a panic because you remember back in the offseason they lost JaVale and Dwight Howard, and me and you both like they shouldn't have done that. They at least should have kept one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they got rid of both of them. So then they signed Marc Gasol, and I told you before that I wasn't really too much sold on Marc Gasol like that, just because he didn't offer any kind of rim protection like Dwight or JaVale McGee did. Like, he doesn't play any defense. Now, he's a good passer and he can give you something on offense, but he's slow and he doesn't do what they can do defensively. Now, they did get Dwight back. We'll get into that later. But the injuries to AD and LeBron, they missed 20. I think LeBron missed 20 games and Anthony Davis missed 30 games. And then they tried to ramp everything up. You know, mind you that these teams are not practicing. Like,
That's a good
they're
point.
not
Yeah.
practicing, you know, and LeBron didn't have any kind of gelling period with Drummond. And then with Drummond and AD, it just looked like a disaster. It just looked like, all right, guys, we're just gonna run up some plays and, you know, run it like this. We're just gonna go out there and roll out there like this. We got Lakers on the front of our chest. We should be able to beat everybody. And that's just not the case. Gelling and, you know, having continuity and things like that matters. Like training camps, that stuff matters. And I don't care how talented you are, it's gonna come back to haunt you. It's gonna come back to bite you. There was no way the Lakers could have possibly pulled that out. And if they did, I was going to be looking forward for them to be put out by somebody along the line. They wasn't getting to the finals because I already called it at the end of the season, just the way how lackadaisical they was playing towards the end.
Yep.
Like, it just wasn't good. And then Dennis Schroeder. Let me get to Dennis Schroeder. The Lakers offered him a 4-year contract worth $84 million in February, and this man turned it down. Get into the playoffs, and he has a playoff game, a winner-go-home playoff game in which he registered 0 points. Completely unacceptable. And you want $100 million contract? It's really hard for me to feel sorry for him. What about you?
Yeah, man, I agree with you 100% on Dennis Schroeder, man. He had a chance to resign with the Lakers. He said no. And even a fan on Instagram said, just sign the damn contract already. He's like, no, I'll sign it in the offseason. And here's the thing. I'm glad he's not a Laker. Like, I know at times he feels like he was inconsistent at times, you know? And everything happens for a reason. And after that, I feel like either way, I feel like he was going to leave regardless. You know, I feel like that, like, the players that left, they're traded for a reason. The Lakers said, okay, this core players, nope, get out of here. I know Caruso, you know, it's unfortunate, but he's got more. He got like 4 years, $36 million. Caruso, I believe.
Yeah.
Well deserved. But Schroeder, though, declined the Lakers, and now he's in Boston on a veteran, or is it the veteran minimum?
It's a mid-level exception.
Yeah, mid-level exception. And I was thinking, so it's not going to be a sign and trade. It's just going to be Boston's just going to sign him outright, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Not unless we can sign and trade him and get Marcus Smart.
They probably want THT, but you know, I think
I would give them THT for Marcus Smart.
Yeah, me too. Marcus Smart brings that fire, you know. But we'll see. You know, like Rob Pelinka's sneaky, talented. Wouldn't be surprised if he's on the phone trying to get another shooter as we speak.
I would have loved it. I would still want them to see if they can try to figure out how to get Buddy Hield.
But I heard Washington, like I know Washington is still trying to look to trade Kuzma. They were talking to Minnesota, you know, about possibly, and even Margaret, like Lakers are not done making moves trade wise because I feel like because Lakers were about to give up Marc Gasol and Alex Caruso, sign and trade to Minnesota. So them trying to give up Marc Gasol makes you think we're gonna probably try to package him and trade him for like something, you know. And let me ask you this: does Marc Gasol fit this team? How it is now? Do you think it fits?
Yeah, because
he fits.
Because he works with their spacing.
Okay, so it's okay. I get it. Spread the floor, shoot three, pick and pop. You know, but Marc Gasol better not play soft on defense.
He just doesn't play defense. I mean, he's gonna play soft. He doesn't. He hasn't played good defense since he won Defensive Player of the Year.
That's what I was gonna say. He won Defensive Player of the Year, and it's like can't play defense. And here's the thing. I feel like my personal opinion, I feel like Dwight should come off the bench because he brings that spark, that energy, that passion, that like energy type of blocks and put back dunks that will spark us. Or do you think he should start?
I think AD should play the 5.
He should. AD play the 5, put Carmelo at power forward too, and then LeBron small forward and Malik Monk.
No, I want LeBron to run the point
over Westbrook.
I'd rather them do it like this. We'll let Russell Westbrook run the break. We're on fast breaks. I like our chances with him running the break. But in the half court sets, LeBron needs to be the point guard.
And then Westbrook play off ball, like post up.
Yeah, because his turnovers are high. Westbrook turned the ball over a lot. And I like his energy, but some of them triple doubles, I don't want them triple doubles to come to the expense of the team. Like
Okay.
it has to work in the framework of the team concept, or it's
Yeah.
not going to work.
Yeah, I feel like it. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna work. I feel like this team is hungry, and I said on my pot on Lakers update with Big Baby earlier before they came on here. I said, why don't you try LeBron, Westbrook bring the ball up, put LeBron in the post up more. Bring the ball up, and also too, you have to like realize like LeBron. I feel like LeBron wants to not pass the torch, but just like let somebody else try to be the point guard. Let me just post up because there's times LeBron just posts up, easy money. It's easy for him. I keep telling everybody that on my podcast. It's easy for LeBron to get the post. And you throw him the ball in the post, they're gonna double team LeBron, and then AD's gonna be right there for the dunk. So and Carmelo Anthony, man, very good acquisition too. He's gonna be a good spot up shooter. We got some good shooters on this team, man. What are you about like overall? Do you like how many games do you feel like it's gonna take for Lakers to say, okay, we're on paper we're a championship contending team, we're a championship caliber team, but for you, what do you see as far as like how many games are you gonna give this team to jail and connect? I feel like by the All-Star break, we'll more a lot about our Lakers by the All-Star break.
I think in LeBron James, I trust. As long as we got him, he's healthy. I think that he can. I mean, we saw those Cleveland teams, like they didn't have any big name people on that team, and he was able to team to the finals.
Yeah.
He actually won the finals with, just regular guys. He had Kyrie, but you look at the rest of the roster, it wasn't really that good.
No, it wasn't.
And so, with this roster here, you have a lot of experience. A lot of people like to talk about their age and things like that, but at least we know that they're all gonna play within the team concept. There's no egos. They're older. Like that's. I mean, I would be more concerned if every last one of them were in their prime.
Yeah.
Because if you think about how Melo was in his prime, he had no interest in playing no defense. He he would basically take shots, kind of like Kyle Kuzma does. And basically he never seen a shot he didn't like. He would take anything. Yeah. But I just feel like now, each player knows that this is it. It's now or never. And I think each one understands the opportunity that they have. They're gonna take it one game at a time, one play at a time. And none of them are saying anything about championship this or championship that. All of them were just basically we're ready to come in and put the work in, get in the gym, try to get this thing together and see what they got. And we the fans put a lot of expectations on this. Like we look at the team, we did the same thing with Brooklyn last year. Everybody was talking about Brooklyn. And Brooklyn had a good team, but injuries crept up. And KD didn't get behind that 3-point. Things happen.
Yeah, and if he would have made that, I think Brooklyn would have won the title. If KD would have made that,
absolutely. Yeah. They're definitely sweeping Atlanta. They're definitely probably going to sweep Phoenix because Kyrie would have been back.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And as far as like the finals for you, man, to be honest, I rarely watched the finals. I watched a couple not highlights, but live feed from it. Just that finals, man. Chris Paul turned the ball over crunch time situations, and Devin Booker too. And just Milwaukee was more hungry after they went up 2-0. Phoenix kind of like relaxed, and Giannis was a beast on boards, blocking shots, running the floor. And Chris Middleton stepped up, and the acquisition of Jrue Holiday worked so well for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well,
Jrue Holiday was a good pickup for them.
He's just not consistent for me.
Yeah. But just defensive wise, like he guard Chris Paul, Devin Booker. You had others do the thing like Brook Lopez shoot that mid range floaters, block shots, and I just feel like it was just Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and the others. You didn't see I told everybody, like everybody plays their best against the Lakers, and kind of Phoenix Suns kind of like died down after they beat us. I know they got to the finals, but I feel like they relaxed once they went up 2-0. feel like in their head, oh, we got this, and then Milwaukee did something to shift the series. I feel like it was just Giannis attack every play. It's too easy for him. That's how big men should play. Attack. If you've got a little guy on you, back down, dunk it. Don't do no floater or no, just dunk it on somebody. If you break the rim, oh well.
I have to put that on. I have to put a lot of that on Ayton.
Yeah, Aiden. Yeah.
You're 7 foot and you're just as big as Giannis, but he's just moving you out the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see Phoenix getting back.
Me neither. I feel like Chris Paul should have went somewhere. I feel like he. I understand the bag. I understand get your money, but Chris Paul should have came to a different team.
That team was not, a lot of like I said, this season was just like. Yeah, a lot of people talk about the bubble and how it didn't count, but I look at this season, like this past season, and I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody, but we didn't get a chance to see everybody's best because everybody was hurt.
Yep, I agree.
And so,
everybody's healthy now. Like
you look
everybody's
let's just take a look at Phoenix. Just Phoenix alone. They got to the finals. They came out the West.
Yes.
They got the Lakers without AD. Pretty much. AD was out there, but he got hurt again. And
I give him props for trying, man. I gave him props for going out there and trying it, man.
So they of course the Lakers are not going to win without AD. We know that, right?
Yeah.
So then the next series, they didn't have Murray for Denver.
Oh, yeah.
That's another and then they turn around and get the Clippers without Kawhi. You know what I mean? So, and then. You get down there. We didn't think they were gonna have Giannis, but then Giannis ended up playing. But they lose. They lose because it's the telltale sign is there. Giannis played. Giannis won the championship. So I feel like if one of those teams had their player, their star, I think that Denver probably could have beat them. I think Denver could have beat them. I think if the Clippers had Kawhi, they would have beat them.
Well, I thought Utah was gonna get to the at least conference. That's the crazy thing too. I said Lakers and Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference Finals. I predicted that on my Big Baby Sports. I said Lakers.
They had a difficult time with Kawhi and Paul George. Utah.
Yeah, and that's how Kawhi got injured. And it's like it is what it is. It's congrats to Milwaukee. Now let's go put the shoes on, get ready to go in 2 months. Next month is September 28th is training camp for the Lakers, man. The journey for number 18 begins September 28th.
Even Milwaukee caught a lot of breaks too during their run.
Yeah.
Because I think Atlanta had a good chance before Trae Young got hurt.
Yeah, I agree. But I know Kyrie got injured, right? Kyrie got injured on Brooklyn, but Kevin Durant, James Harden was injured too as well. He pulled his hamstring.
Yeah, he wasn't a factor. Like he was just more so like a decoy out there. Like he didn't contribute at all. If KD at least had, somebody come along. Like I think they had if they just had like one player that just would have came and stepped up, then they probably would have beat Milwaukee. Like Milwaukee shouldn't have got past Brooklyn. But
I feel like KD did everything he could.
So everybody is basically, looking at
healthy.
As the best player in the world. What is your take on that? His Olympic run, his skill set is there. What do you think about KD? KD is my favorite player though too.
Yeah, so. KD's a troll on Instagram on me, but gotta keep it real. He's up there with LeBron and stuff, but that's just it's tough. You got LeBron, you got. To me, my personal opinion, it's LeBron, then Kevin Durant. I was gonna say Carmelo. What am I dreaming? I got LeBron, Kevin Durant, one of the best. Just like LeBron's 1A and Kevin Durant's 1B, but he did his thing for the Olympic gold medalist, man. And even congrats to you, man. You did your thing, you dominated, and you took over. And now you gotta go in and try to go compete for a title too. If he wins a title this year, because I know that there's rumors about him not playing the 2024, but there's speculation he might. Just indecisive. But just imagine if LeBron would have played with this Team USA. I feel like they would have won. I know they remember how they were struggling in the exhibition.
Yeah.
I feel like LeBron was AD gonna play too.
Nah,
I think it was
I don't think they were gonna play them.
no, but if they were fully healthy and stuff, I think Curry, if he was fully healthy, I think we were gonna have a stacked team, man. But congrats to Team USA. And to be honest, I didn't even watch Team USA play at all because the time difference was like so early in the morning sometimes, and I had to work. So congrats to Kevin Durant. Congrats to you, man. Kevin Durant, Team USA. Congrats to Drew Holiday. Congrats to everybody on that team, man. Well deserved. And now let's see what the Brooklyn Nets could do in the regular season, man. I know they picked up Patty Mills, re-signed Blake Griffin. There's rumors about Kyle Kuzma going to Brooklyn for Spencer Dinwiddie, like a sign and trade with Montrezl Harrell. But I feel like Washington's going to try to flip Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell because originally it was going to be Kuzma, Harrell to Sacramento for Buddy Hield. I feel like if we would have got Buddy Hield, it'd been cool. But I feel like the dynamic, the energy, the superstarness of Westbrook, it was probably LeBron telling management, "Go get me Westbrook. Let's go get Westbrook." You know what I mean? So it's like Westbrook. I love his game. He's Buddy Hield, talented, but I rather have Westbrook, man. He brings that energy like Kobe, man. That passion each night. He's not going to take any nights off. You're going to see this Laker team not give up any night. You're going to see full passion from Lakers this season, man. With Westbrook's mindset, it's going to rub off on his team really well, man. That's how I feel.
The only thing, and we keep it 100 on this show.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Got to keep it 100 on the show. We know the bad part of it too.
Yeah.
Westbrook does turn the ball over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of his triple doubles come at the expense of the team. Because I've seen him a couple times in others on other teams where he's been seen taking rebounds from players on his own team.
Yeah.
Now I know that he's gone. They had a conversation, LeBron, AD. All I want to see is a good basketball team compete night in, night out, and everybody playing for each other. That's all I want, and I think that they can do it. And I think that they have a good chance at doing something really, really special. Yeah. They're gonna have to sacrifice, just like Coach Vogel said today. They have to sacrifice.
Yep, that's that. Everybody on the team has sacrificed, from like Carmelo, Dwight, everybody, and that's crazy. What Dwight went through the first stint in LA, second stint he won a title. He was actually on vacation for a year in Philly, eating those Philly cheesesteaks and Wendy's, and he came back to LA, man. I just feel like it comes full circle, man. If Dwight Howard brings the energy every night, it's gonna rub off. And if Dwight can win 2 rings with the Lakers, 2 stints in LA, it's gonna be good, And it's unfortunate that the late great Kobe doesn't get to see Westbrook, a Laker, Carmelo, because those 2 players idolized Kobe, man. That would have been perfect. Kobe's mindset, and Kobe's going to be around this team in spirit all the time, and they're going to use that mom mentality, this season. And Westbrook's also a Nipsey Hussle fan, so he's going to play inspired like he did when Nipsey passed away. He got that triple-double against the Lakers. So I feel like Westbrook is meant to be a Laker, man. It's finally here. He's finally a Laker. He's one of my favorite players in the league. Love his game. And I'm going to get a Westbrook jersey on Friday. It's coming in Friday.
I love Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
You like, if you're gonna watch Russell Westbrook, if you actually buy tickets to a Laker game, or any, just to go watch Russell Westbrook play, you will not be cheated. You're gonna have, all out intensity. He's gonna basically give you every bit of Russell Westbrook, and I love that energy. But I just needed to be in the framework of the team.
Do you want to kind of have him tone it down? Like, you can still play like aggressively, but not like too. Like,
he don't even have to tone it down, but just make sure that the plays are the right plays. You understand what I mean? Like, they have to be within the framework of what the team is looking to accomplish on each possession. No hero ball. Not taking the ball out of nobody else's hands or whatever. Making sure you're making the extra pass and things like that. Making sure, like, we're not trying to diminish nothing. We know that he's what he is. There's going to have to be one player that's going to have to take a back seat. One out of the big 3.
Who did that? Okay.
And the one that's probably going to have to take a back seat is LeBron James. As far as he's going to have to be the facilitator. He's gonna have to basically get both of them 2 going, because I just don't. I don't want. Not at least in the regular season. I don't want those. LeBron to be playing those minutes like he did last year in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why we ran into those issues with his injuries.
No, Solomon Hill injured LeBron. We're riding high. LeBron's playing at MVP level, man, and then Solomon Hill injured him, and the season fell off because of that. But I agree what you're saying. And but let me ask you this: what if there's a time where LeBron's not hitting shots, Anthony Davis and Carmelo's not hitting, and there's a possession where everybody's ice cold, and Westbrook tries to take over a game, and it's going good. Like then you just keep feeding it to him.
We got Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah, they're very talented. Yeah,
off the bench and get some energy going. Like
yeah.
I think they built this roster out pretty nice. Like I'm
Yeah.
looking to see what else they're gonna do, but I just hope and pray that they don't make the wrong moves. Like I think we was like way too aggressive last year, and that aggression really reared its ugly head.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the two bigs, like that was crazy. If I would have known what I know now, we just should have kept Rondo. You know what I mean? Like instead of getting Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
If I would have known what I knew now, like I was all happy that we had got Schroeder because I know that he's a great defender. I know that he could facilitate, and I know that he was aggressive, like he can get into the paint and finish at the cup. But for whatever reason, it just didn't pan out, didn't work. And I like the fact that we was able to bounce back from that and get a player like Russell Westbrook. But
yeah,
I like I said, we're not gonna know exactly what this team and their potential is gonna be until we actually see it on the floor for 48 minutes up and down the court against an actual live NBA team.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And I'm excited, pumped up. And I know it's going to take a lot of time. Even Westbrook said today there's going to be a lot of growing pains. What did you when you heard that from him? What did you think when he said there's going to be a lot of growing pains? So he's already expecting it, like kind of like they're going to have to work through like their games, basically LeBron, AD. Because here's the thing: Westbrook has never played with a generational big man like Anthony Davis, man. Like that's going to be that pick and roll with AD and Westbrook, man. It's going to be a lot of lobs, a lot of pick and rolls. AD's going to step out for that mid range and shoot that thing. So you're going to see a lot of that, and also you're going to see a lot of LeBron. I feel like LeBron's going to be a facilitator as well, but you're going to see those moments where it's going to be like, okay, my team's not doing really good. I got to take over. Give me the ball. Get out of my way. You're probably going to see that this season, in the regular season, and also in the playoffs. What do you like? That's how I feel. That's how I've been thinking and brainstorming. Ever since we got Westbrook, I've been thinking, man, like, how is it going to work? And I've just been pumped up, man.
I think as long as everyone is putting the team before themselves, I think we can bet that they'll be okay. They're professional athletes; they know what's at stake.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about it. As long as LeBron is the head of the locker room.
Yeah.
Because leadership, he gets an A in leadership for me.
Yep.
As far as like bringing people together and making a locker room work, it's not his first time working towards a goal with different personalities. He did this in Miami, and somebody's gonna have to sacrifice that game a lot. And I think if like I said, if I had to put my finger on it, it probably would have to be LeBron's scoring. His scoring probably gonna dip a little bit. I'm not really sure about what Carmelo's role is gonna be. But I think that he proved that he could still shoot. I've always loved him in the mid range.
Yeah.
He's stretching out a little bit to that 3-point line, a little bit more. He was 40% on last year, making his threes for Portland. And he proved that he belongs back in the NBA after Portland gave him the opportunity to play. And this is going to be, a good test to see if everybody can actually come together for the ultimate goal, and that's bringing that 18th banner to the Lakers.
A quote from Dwight, #I want my parade. Damn it. That's the thing, never got a parade yet for the bubble. We won the title. We never got a parade, due to what's going on around the world with everything shutting down back then. And then it's like, come on, man. We need this championship parade, man. I experienced a championship parade in 2010. It was the best feeling ever. I want to feel that experience again, Lakers. So let's get this done. And when we win a championship, I'm probably gonna go down to LA for that clinching game in the finals. Like if it's Game 6, we're at home. I'm gonna be down there, man, for that Game 6 clincher.
Yeah, I think the Lakers definitely should have had their parade because Milwaukee
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah.
Um,
But that'd be kind of like if they have it now, kind of when it like. What do you think if they? Oh, let's go have a Laker championship parade in 2020. It'd be like, cool, yeah, hell yeah. But I think they should just do 2 parades, celebrate the 2020 championship, bring the players that were on that team, bring them back and celebrate with the new 2021. Like have it 2 separate parades in one day.
yeah, I think it'd just be weird, but
Yeah, because that's just I've never experienced that not having a championship parade. Like winning that winning the NBA championship in the bubble, man. After everybody went through talking, it was just so good to win it, and then not winning it last year, I was kind of like that one hurt. I mean, I know we're hurt too, but that one hurt. And then I took a mental break from podcasting, thought about a lot of stuff. Now I'm back and ready to roll, man. And let's get the season started, man. Let's get this championship.
my expectation wasn't that high, like going into that playoffs
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
what was going on before.
yeah,
It was leading up to it. Like my expectation had started dwindling down anyway. Looking at how everything was playing out. They wasn't. I mean, I was looking at this team without AD, without LeBron. They didn't have nothing.
yeah. We're a lottery team.
They didn't have nothing. I wouldn't say lottery, but like they lost a lot of games during that stretch. And they got LeBron there. No, he's hobbling like he was in 100%. You could tell. And then AD had no business being on that floor that last game.
But I give him props though.
Nah, man, that was stupid. I'm sorry. That was dumb. Because if you look what happened to KD in 2019, he shouldn't have been out there. And he popped his Achilles. Like these guys are not just regular guys. They can just go out there and just play basketball and just say, forget it. And they're worth millions of dollars. Like he put his career on the line for to beat the Phoenix Suns. Nah. We got more at stake, more basketball to play. You just signed a new contract or whatever. Let's go ahead and take this one on the chin and bounce back next year. He shouldn't have been on the floor. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I used to get what you're saying, man, but it's just like I feel like AD didn't want to go out like that. You know what I mean? I feel like he didn't want to go out sitting out the last game. And he was like, "Let me just try it," and he tried it. And the first 5 minutes of the game? It's like I'm done. At least it's like I saw it. Like he didn't look really aggressive, explosive. So it's like, and he got kind of like re-injured it. And I feel like he's gonna have a dominant season next year, man. It's like all the noise about him being injury prone and this, that. He's gonna get toughened up, like more muscle. You're gonna see a different Anthony Davis this season, man. Like I don't see any highlights from him shooting around. I don't see any video of him working, like training, but he's probably training behind the scenes without anybody knowing. So that's always good, It's always good training behind the scenes without people knowing all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited, just to see how everything shapes up.
Yeah.
But last thing that we're gonna discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think gets to the finals this year, and why? And what do you think the series is gonna be?
I said on my show before I came on here, Big Baby Sports Podcast. I said Lakers in Milwaukee. And I said Lakers in 6. I feel like this Laker team's hungry. Gonna prove a lot of people wrong. AD, LeBron, Westbrook, Carmelo. We're a championship team. We're gonna have the experience. We're gonna execute down the stretch and get to the finals. We're gonna beat probably the Clippers in the second round. We're gonna play the Clippers this year in the playoffs. We're gonna play them in the second round. We're gonna beat them. It's gonna be bad. We're gonna beat them. Get to the West Conference Finals. We're gonna play Denver in the West Conference Finals to beat Denver. Get to the NBA Finals, and we're gonna play Milwaukee. The reason I say Milwaukee, I feel like Giannis has that hunger for another title. He experienced what it's like to win in that team with Brooklyn. No, excuse me. That team in Milwaukee is hungry to try to take down Brooklyn because that's going to be interesting to see next year too. The Brooklyn and Milwaukee, 2 healthy teams going at it. I want to see how that team goes about. You know what I mean? Like the East is stacked again, West is stacked again. So now whoever wins this year's championship, now they're going to say it counts because last year, it doesn't count. They still won a title. Both Lakers and Milwaukee won a title, so it counts. I don't know why people say that, or like in the media, it doesn't count, but we still hold up a trophy. Still got my championship ring. I still got my championship replica trophy. So it's like, come on, man. It's like, let's get it, man. I'm hungry to win another championship. I'm hungry again.
I still think it'll probably be Lakers in Brooklyn. That's what I think. I don't think the Bucks is gonna. They lost PJ Tucker too, and you know what I'm saying. So that was a good defender for them, and I don't think that they get back. I think that they probably do face Brooklyn again, and this time is going to be a different situation because you're going to have Harden, Kyrie, and Durant all healthy. That pickup is a sneaky pickup. When they got Patty Mills, that was a sneaky good pickup. To have him come off the bench, like I've seen Patty play.
Yeah,
like,
he can shoot.
Seen him back in Australia, and back in 2014, he helped the Spurs win the championship.
Yeah,
like Patty Mills can play. So, I don't know, man. But that's my take. I think that the Lakers and Brooklyn meet up in the finals, and I think it goes 7.
Real quick, do you think the Clippers are going to take a fall without Kawhi this year?
Absolutely. I wouldn't trust Paul George to park my car down the street.
Yeah. It's like that's the thing. To be honest, I thought he was going to leave and go to Miami, but he's going to re-sign, and I feel like he's going to be out half the season, and they're going to try to implement him and the new players that they got over there. It's like the Clippers are going to be the same old Clippers, but I predict the Lakers are going to play the Clippers in the second round. Lakers, Clippers. And Westbrook's going to go after Patrick Beverly. Westbrook and Patrick Beverly. You're going to see a lot of this season with them too. You're going to see a lot of scuffles with Westbrook. With players, man. I can't wait, man. Exciting basketball season is back, man. A rejuvenated, baby. Let's get it.
I don't want to be like that, but like Paul George is not like a bad player. It's just that
I know what you mean. Yeah.
He is just not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I just wouldn't trust him with my franchise, bro. Like that's all the thing I'm saying. Like, I would not trust Paul George as the captain of my franchise. Like, as far as like an auxiliary player, somebody that I basically defer to if your superstar is not on it, but long as they are out there, I don't know, man. I can't trust him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just because we looked at when Kawhi went down, he missed those free throws, back-to-back games. Like, it's difficult to gauge him, man. You don't know what you're gonna get. Like, he's a wild card. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I just, me personally, this is just me personally. My eye test don't really put too much stock in Paul George, getting the Clippers to where they need to be at without Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi's the guy.
Yeah, they should take their ass back to San Diego and get him out of LA. It's only Laker City, baby. Laker Nation, stand up, West Coast, baby.
Yeah, this was their opportunity. Like, this year was their opportunity to be able to do it, and they led 65-year-old CP3.
Yeah, this is the Clippers season this year, man. Garbage.
Hey, man, my thing is this. This is the last thing, man. But how you let CP3 bust you for 40, man? Like,
yeah, and I'm glad he did that too. That's what the Clippers fans get. That's what Clipper Darryl gets, man, for talking all year to me, bro. So that's what he gets.
Yeah, man.
Lakers in 6, baby. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. Big Baby, it was a pleasure to speak with you, man. I'm so glad to finally get back on the podcast. I think we had a decent show today. I'm hoping that we had some people tune in to be able to hear takes on this. Hopefully we can definitely do it again. I want to come back on your show. Sorry I missed it this earlier, but I definitely will hop on the next one with you if you send me the invite. So we can go ahead and dissect this team before the season starts back up and see when the season progresses on how everything is going to be. But football season is coming up. We're going to check out your Chargers, man, and see what's going on with them.
Oh, God, here we go. I'm going to keep it real. I don't expect anything from my Chargers this season, man. I feel like we're going to be
– Justin Herbert's good.
Yeah, he's talented. I love his game. But it's just like my Chargers always do Charger things every year, just like Cowboys.
Oh, man. The Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, baby.
Okay. Okay, Stephen A. Smith better not heard you. He would have walked out the set. But
I
yeah,
gotta
man,
ride, I gotta ride with my Cowboys, man. No matter what, that's my Cowboys.
true, man. But we'll see. Hopefully, it's L.A. Chargers and Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. That'll be interesting, man. But we'll see what happens. But
that would be definitely interesting, but
Yeah.
we'll see. It's a long shot.
Yeah, same with my Chargers, man. But thank you, Corey, for letting me on your show, man. We'll do a show very soon, man. We'll get you on Laker Update with Big Baby. That's a new show I have on my show called Big Baby Sports Podcast. So make sure you guys go subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 600, so get me to 600, everybody. Thank you so much, Corey. We gotta set up a time, come on the show. We gotta get Daniel Ortiz back on the show. We gotta do get the crew back to get Daniel Ortiz to come on the show again, bro.
The reunion tour.
Yeah, the reunion tour, man. I miss chopping up with everybody, man.
Man, for sure, man. Thank you, Big Baby, again, and we are out.
If you love the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.